This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, authorities say they are searching for a Maine inmate who walked away from an assigned work site in Machias on Thursday.
The Maine Department of Corrections says Down East Correctional Facility inmate James Berube walked away from his assigned work site at WVII in Machias. Berube is 6 feet tall, weighing around 180 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing blue jeans, a black and blue hooded sweatshirt, and a denim jacket. The Maine Department of Corrections says Berube is serving a 12-year sentence for kidnapping, burglary, theft, arson, and eluding an officer, with all but 5 years suspended. If you see him, you are asked to not confront him and call 911 immediately.
An elderly Bangor man was killed in a car crash on Stillwater Avenue Wednesday morning. Bangor police say it happened around 9 a.m. when they responded to a report of a motor vehicle accident at the intersection of Stillwater Avenue and Howard Street. They say 86-year-old Franklin Walsh of Bangor was the only occupant of his vehicle. He was transported to a local hospital for treatment, but later succumbed to his injuries. The driver and sole occupant of the other vehicle was not injured. The crash is under investigation by Bangor detectives, and they're asking anyone who may have witnessed the crash or has information to contact Detective Tom Valenti at 947-7384, extension 5748. We will have that information on our website, foxbangor.com, following this broadcast.
Meanwhile, police say a crash in Lincoln Wednesday night led to the discovery of loaded guns, ski masks, and drugs. Our David Ledford has the latest on that incident.
Lincoln police were called to respond to a head-on crash involving 2 pickup trucks and 4 men on Main Street just before 9:30 p.m. Wednesday night. During their investigation, officers reportedly found a loaded shotgun in plain view of one of the vehicles, which led to the discovery and subsequent seizure of illegal paraphernalia.
We found a loaded shotgun along with a loaded revolver, along with a loaded .40 caliber handgun. Again, we found what we suspect to be fentanyl and heroin on one of the individuals, along with crystal methamphetamine.
34-year-old Christopher Mitchell, the driver of one of the trucks, and 44-year-old Matthew Van Dyne, both from Medway, were arrested. Mitchell was found to have 3 sets of bail conditions, with 2 sets stating he was not allowed to use or possess dangerous weapons or firearms. He was charged with violating conditions of release. Van Dyne was discovered to be a felon and was charged with possession of a firearm by a prohibited person and unlawful possession of scheduled drugs. At this time, police say they suspect the confiscated items were intended for or already used to commit crimes.
There was multiple items that appeared to either have been used or were going to be used in the commission of burglaries, to include bolt cutters, some other sort of tools, again, crowbars that are common and used in burglary. There was some documentation discussing burglaries and burglary tools.
Police also discovered a knife, various types of ammunition, a drug kit, a GPS, maps, handcuffs, and camouflage clothing. Police say the other 2 men involved in the crash, identified as Justin Peters and Robert Ryder, are not believed to be connected to Van Dyne or Mitchell. Police say they believe that Peters, the driver of the second vehicle, was operating under the influence at the time of the crash and are awaiting his blood test results. Both Mitchell and Van Dyne have posted bail. The incident is still under investigation, and additional charges are expected. In Lincoln, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, last Friday, a bill that would restore access to federal laws benefiting the Wabanaki Nations was vetoed by Governor Mills. Today in the House, legislators came up short in a vote to overturn the governor's veto. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
Proponents of the bill that would increase tribal rights gathered at the State House Thursday morning ahead of a last-ditch effort to overturn the governor's veto.
Just gives the tribes a benefit to the federal laws that have been passed, in benefit of the tribes. Her fighting against the efforts of this, really puts the state and the tribal relations in a tough position.
Despite having support from both Republicans and Democrats, the 2 sides failed to get the necessary 2/3 votes to overturn the governor's decision in an 84-57 vote.
I'm feeling really disappointed and heartbroken even. I think that the state of Maine has missed an opportunity to take an important step forward with the Wabanaki tribes in our relationship.
LD 2004 would have changed state law, allowing tribes to benefit from federal laws they are currently excluded from, regarding land use, environmental matters, and self-governance. Those in opposition say the language of the bill was rushed.
I am happy that the veto was sustained. This bill was very rushed. It was printed and went through committee in a very short matter of weeks without input from municipalities that have great interest in it.
Despite the bill's failure, supporters say the fight for equality is far from over.
Let's just work together and do what's right, the humane thing, and give the Wabanaki tribes their ability to self-governance and give us the ability to either succeed or fail on our own terms.
In Augusta, Matthew Juronsek, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The entire planet saw the unofficial hottest days in human record keeping this week, according to University of Maine scientists. Data from UMaine's Climate Reanalyzer project, a website that brings together climate and weather statistics with computer simulations, indicates that the global average temperature reached a high of 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit on Monday and then rose again to 62.9 on Tuesday. Sean Burkle, developer of the Climate Reanalyzer, explained the results.
It's an increase in the global mean temperature estimated from a federal climate data product, and we're evaluating this real time. It is certainly very notable, and it's consistent with what we have been observing the past few months of extremes.
Global record is pending approval from climate measurement groups like the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. To view the most recent data for yourself, you can visit climatereanalyzer.org. There's some really interesting research and studies coming out of UMaine. We've so much of that happening lately, but also a little concerning too when you hear the results.
Oh, it's very concerning to hear, the shift in, in climate and everything that we're hearing about how that science is progressing. It is great to have such a premier research institution right here on our own turf, doing great work there at UMaine, and we're feeling the heat today, that is for sure.
Yes, we
Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather today is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. All right, we made it. Yes, sir. High temperatures of around 91 degrees today. Wow, definitely barbecue weather, beach weather, I'd say. Hopefully, folks enjoyed the outdoors yesterday and today with these really warm temperatures. Tomorrow will be another hot-looking day. We had high temperatures at 91 in town, Waterville 90, Augusta 91, even up north into Millinocket, we saw temperatures in those lower 90s. Of course, the coast a little bit cooler. Rockland into Bar Harbor, some upper 70s, some mid 80s as well. That ocean breeze keeping things a tad bit cooler. Other than that, we have been clear. We have had pretty much partly cloudy skies, a couple peaks of sunshine. Most of this right here is shown up on the radar as rain, but it's Virgo precipitation, not quite reaching the ground. Other than that, air quality a little bit more on the poor end, but not quite air quality advisory criteria. We're more on that moderate end, still not too bad. Later on tonight, though, we're looking at really mild temperatures sticking around. We'll be hovering in those mid-60s. Beth and Peter?
I think I'm a bit spoiled, but I do like a bit of a cooler overnight than what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, me too. Last night was a little bit too warm for me as well, and today, definitely one of those days you wanted to be close to the beach.
Yeah, definitely a day to exercise caution, and continuing into the evening as well. Certainly not cooled off a whole heck of a lot yet.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. A store that's been open for more than 100 years in Blue Hill is closing its doors.
And the 26th Annual Maine International Film Festival will kick off in Waterville. We'll have a preview coming up.
Experience the ultimate outdoor living with Granville Stone and Hearth. Our high-quality grills and outdoor living products will take your backyard to the next level. Scan the QR code on your screen to explore our wide selection of grills and outdoor living accessories. From classic charcoal to state-of-the-art gas grills, we have everything you need to entertain guests in style. Create unforgettable moments with family and friends. Start your outdoor living journey today with Granville Stone and Hearth.
The first ever Mazda CX-50, purpose-built for the outdoors. with our most advanced driving technology for responsive, consistent performance on road and off that entices you to go further, more often.
Find your new Mazda today at Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor, and discover what Varney value is all about.
Maine is a one-of-a-kind beautiful state, and there's no better way to see it than from the air. Fletcher Mountain Aviation offers an aerial experience like no other, featuring seaplane flights where you will see the best views in Maine from the air and land on Maine's most beautiful lakes. An experience you will never forget, with views from the northern Maine woods, Moosehead Lake, and Katahdin regions. Come fly and see our beautiful state from the sky with Fletcher Mountain Aviation. Visit our website here or scan the QR code to book your flight today.
Are you game? Well, let's go. Come on. To take a spin.
I am ready. Show me what you got.
To take a chance. There could be $10,000 there.
Woo-hoo!
To make a guess.
Hilarious punchline.
You got it. Whoa!
To
take a trip. To Maui. To win it all. Parting waves. That's it. Then take a spin on the Wheel of Fortune.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A century-plus-old fixture in the Blue Hill community will be closing, taking with it a long history of providing for the community. Merrill and Hinckley general store owner John Bannister says he's been there 50 years, but the local historical society uncovered paperwork showing it was built all the way back in 1890. The slogan, Bannister says, was almost everything. The store has meant a lot of things to a lot of different people over the years, providing a wide variety of products to different people and groups, from food to construction and agricultural supplies. Bannister says thanks to the high cost of doing business, it's becoming less and less feasible for medium-sized businesses to survive, let alone thrive.
The state of Maine, we've made it impossible for a business that has gone on and thrived for well over 100 years to continue. You know, the cost of electricity, the cost of fuel oil, taxes, and most of all, the cost of labor is you can't sell your products for enough money to cover those costs.
Bannister said Merrill and Hinckley has survived more than a dozen other stores in the area that came and went. There's no definite date set for the closure of the store, or as the store must first sell off all of its current inventory.
Certainly a loss there for the community. Well, Mainers have the chance to see a collection of movies not being shown anywhere else. Starting Friday, the city of Waterville will be home to the 26th annual Maine International Film Festival. MIFF will showcase 100 films through its 10-day run, a handful of which were made right here in Maine.
MIFF is an experience that you can't get anywhere else in the state of Maine. We show movies that you can only see here, and that's what makes it so special. It's about building community.
And passes can be purchased at the event or online at miff.org.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, the town of Winslow is home to the state of Maine's first ever Rage Room. We'll take you there.
And in sports, Maine United is back in action, looking to stay unbeaten at the Peach Jam. That story right after the break.
Make your waterfront even more fun and more functional than it already is with a Shoremaster premium dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, with standing docks, rolling docks, floating docks, and boat lifts for any watercraft. Shoremaster's nearly limitless customization options make it easy to create the perfect dock system for your needs. Take your shoreline to the next level with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
People over 60 make up almost 1/3 of investment fraud victims. If you're approached and asked to invest, beware of these warning signs. The promise of low risk with a high return. The deal's only being offered to a select few. It's a limited time offer, high pressure to invest right away. Protect yourself and your assets. Ask questions and check before you invest. Contact the Maine Office of Securities. If we don't know, we can't help.
WVII, Fox 22, Mainly Eyes, and River's Edge Chiropractic want to send you to see Big Time Rush live in concert on their Can't Get Enough tour with special guests Max and Jax, Tuesday, July 11th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Mainly Eyes in the Bangor Mall. Mainly Eyes, you'll see the difference. And River's Edge Chiropractic Wellness Center in Old Town. Win tickets to see Big Time Rush, July 11th on the Bangor waterfront.
Jeopardy! Over 8,000 episodes.
Get ready for a 30-minute thrill ride.
43 Emmy Awards.
Competitive gameplay, high scores, and an exciting finish.
More than 500,000 clues.
Look at this, we got a game going.
$5 million winners.
Amy Schneider is now our Tournament of Champions winner.
2 hosts.
Let's play
Jeopardy!
1 Jeopardy!
Wow, what a great game.
This week at 7:30, only on ABC7.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start with some basketball here. After pulling off a huge upset over Knight Riders Elite and the Boozer Twins on Wednesday, Maine United back in action this afternoon looking for a 3-0 start in Peach Jam. It's day 3 of pool play down south. Maine United taking on Pro Skills. Second half, Maine down. Cooper Flagg running the pick and roll with his brother Ace. He gets it back in stride and hammers it home. On the defensive end now, we're going to look at this monster block from Cooper to send this shot back. He had quite a few of those on Thursday. It's a 1-point game now, back the other way. Flagg putting the moves on. He is going to get to the lane here, spin and finish with the left hand. What a move around the rim to take the lead. Down too late. Ball goes to Ace Flagg. He's doubled, spins off of it, and sinks the lay-in. That's going to tie the game. After some free throws, Maine up 2 with seconds left. And look at Cooper's 11th block of the day. That would seal the victory. We got to see that one again. He would finish with 38 points, 16 rebounds, and 11 blocks. Maine wins 71-68. They play Friday at noon. All right, let's move on over to some baseball now. Red Sox closing out a 3-game series with the Rangers later tonight, and they'll face a familiar foe as well. 2018 World Series champ Nathan Eovaldi will get the ball for the Rangers tonight. He's off to a 10-3 start to the season, a year after Boston let him walk in free agency. Eovaldi spent over 4 seasons in Boston. He notoriously tossed almost 9 innings of relief in their marathon game against the Dodgers in the 2018 World Series. He was really one of the fan favorites. I was certainly sad to see him go. And earlier this week, Eovaldi admitting that he too wanted to stay in Boston.
I was able to accomplish a lot over here, coming over in 18, being in that trade and being able to win the World Series. I was able to join a great team. But then after that, to be able to have, some opening day nods and make an all-star team and just the little things I was able to achieve. I know we were close in 21 in the postseason, and it was unfortunate we weren't able to win it again and make it to the World Series. But again, being able to put on that Red Sox uniform, it's something special.
All right, we'll have those highlights tonight. Lastly, some hockey news now. NHL teams around the country hosting their development camps or D-camps this week. Down in Boston, they wrap up on Friday at the Warrior Ice Arena. Bruins roster is still a work in progress. We don't know what's going to happen with Ullmark and Swayman or Krejci and Bergeron, but one name we could see is one of Boston's top prospects, Fabian Lysell. Lysell working his way back from a season-ending concussion he suffered with the Providence Bruins in May, but the 20-year-old says he is ready to battle for a spot with the big league club.
I think everybody coming into camp is trying to make the team, and I'm no different. I know, like I said, I think last year was really good for me, and I think coming into camp this year, I'm really gonna put all my energy out there to make that team.
All right, let's head back up to Maine now and back to some high school sports. It's almost Lobster Bowl week. Events for the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic kick off on Saturday, and they end next Saturday. So let's take a peek at that week ahead. Saturday is the 18th annual Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic golf tournament at the Meadows in Litchfield. Registration begins at 8 a.m. On Monday, the football players all get settled in at the dorms at Foxcroft Academy, and on Tuesday, the annual Media Day takes place in the Foxcroft Gym beginning at 10:30 in the morning. Wednesday, down at Central Maine Community College, the cheerleaders participating in this year's Lobster Bowl have their Media Day that is also at 10:30. Traditionally, the players all go out to the sports arena in Bangor for some fun on Thursday, so kind of a day off for them besides practice. And on Friday, there is the annual banquet at the Anna Shrine Temple in Bangor. Doors open at 5 for that. And on Saturday, the 33rd Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic takes place at Don Rue Field in Lewiston. Gates open at 1 p.m. with the game for the game, with kickoff to follow at 4 o'clock. And all proceeds from the player sponsorships, the golf tournament, ticket sales, etc., all go to the Shriners Hospital for Children. Looking forward to that. Always a fun week. It's all the time we have for sports, though. Here is Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
And thank you so much, my friend Tyler. Our Maine weather today is brought to you by Maine Made Relief. Brown-tail moth rash relief is extremely effective in battling the symptoms of the rash from the brown-tail moth. Handmade with natural ingredients in Blue Hill, Maine. All right. We made it. Temperatures are finally scorching hot. We had temperatures around 90 yesterday, and once again in those lower 90s today. I know we really needed this, especially the last 6 weeks have been pretty bad weather-wise. We've been a little bit chilly, and it has been raining non-stop. Our average high, 80 degrees, so we will be well above that today into tomorrow, and then near average by the weekend. We're looking at around 80 degrees, and then slightly cooling back off into those mid-70s Monday into Tuesday. What's going on here? Wednesday, yes, 80s will be returning, so we are not going to be chilly for long. So yes, finally, consistent warm weather is back. Even the water is actually starting to warm up. Finally, water temperatures in those mid to upper 60s, feeling pretty comfortable to go outside and swim, especially in those smaller lakes. They are much warmer than 60s. Wind speed-wise, though, a little bit on the breezy end right now. Hold your hats. We have a 15-mile-an-hour sustained wind in town, 14 in Bar Harbor. These are sustained winds, so we're looking at wind gusts closer to 20, 25 miles per hour. But hey, with 90s outside, I don't mind any type of breeze. A little cool down would be nice. Other than that, we are pretty clear. Partly cloudy skies overall. Most of this showing up just north of Greenville right here. It looks like rain, but most of this is not quite reaching the ground. It's called virga, precipitation that is falling from the clouds but not reaching the ground quite yet. The next couple of days will be pretty good. We're looking at maybe Friday evening, mostly overnight into Saturday. We're looking at a couple of scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. It doesn't look like it will be a long-lasting event. Really, it won't be anything heavy at that. Precipitation-wise, though, yes, we are looking at a good amount of rain, maybe close to an inch of rain in town, especially the more north you go. Greenville into Millinocket, well over an inch of rain will be possible the next several days. So have those umbrellas handy once again. Unfortunately, I know. But other than that, dew points a little bit higher up there, not quite in the very humid area, but still definitely feeling muggy pretty much consistently every single day right through the weekend and into beginning of next week. Tonight, we're looking at 65 degrees, partly cloudy skies, areas of dense fog will be in the area. Tomorrow, it is going to be hot once again. We're looking at mid to upper 80s outside, partly cloudy skies, maybe a sprinkle or two possible late in the day. Our extended forecast outlook does show once again, unfortunately, an active weather pattern will be in the area through the weekend and right into beginning of next week. Beth and Peter?
All righty, Conrad. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye on those storms.
For sure.
All right, well, there's more to come up after the break. Stay with us.
For over 25 years, Maine Collision Center has been your main source for collision repair. Take a look at the following and you'll see why Maine Collision Center brings their team of collision repair specialists to guarantee the right person for the right repair job every time. The result? Vehicles restored to their beauty and dependability without the waits and hassles. Owner Sean Sullivan invites you to see his spacious new facility on Target Industrial Circle and see why Maine Collision Center should be your choice for collision repair.
Do you want to improve or upgrade your home? Well, At Home Furniture, Appliance, and Bedding in Lincoln and Dover Foxcroft has got you covered. We pride ourselves in the relationships we build with every customer, from commercial businesses to homeowners. We have some of the best prices on the best brands of appliances, furniture, and mattresses, and we even offer full kitchen and bath remodels with a designer and installers on staff. So stop in today and check us out at one of our locations and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Some things are worth waiting for. Something reliable, something loyal, something long-lasting. A 6-year warranty? Coyote's got that. One machine for all the dirty work? Count on Coyote. Coyote won't break your heart, and Whittemore & Sons got the deals that won't break the bank. So quit swiping and settling for less. Slide into Whittemore & Sons and be treated like family. By a family who cares. 257 Waterville Road, Skowhegan.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Huffer's Place provides quality treatment with compassion and convenience. We offer a broad array of products geared to address illnesses and injuries. We stock a great selection of pipes, t-shirts, herbs, incense, CBD, and more. Visit us just 1.5 miles off Route 7, past Spring Street Greenhouse in Dexter.
Tonight, tensions rising in Ukraine. The possible threat to Europe's biggest nuclear plant. Plus, tracking deadly triple-digit heat. Where it's headed. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Finally tonight, a one-of-a-kind Maine business is having its grand opening soon, and customers are already talking about the opportunity to get rid of some stress while having some fun. Our Devin Dagnall stopped by for a smashing good time.
Life can get stressful, whether it's from work, relationships, or just the world at large. Emotions build up over time. For some people, just talking about it can help, but others look for something that offers a more hands-on experience.
And the Rage Room in Winslow does just that.
I've never had somebody come here who was in a worse mood when they left.
The general manager of the Rage Room, Monica Stanton, says her business takes a certain cathartic approach that is realized through, well, smashing things.
A lot of people come in and they're like, oh, I've got all this stuff to work through. I had a woman come in and she literally smashed things for 45 minutes, crying the whole time. And she's like, I don't know why I'm crying. And I'm like, it doesn't matter why you're crying. Just get it out.
Although it's been open for nearly a year, the Rage Room will have its official grand opening on Saturday, July 15th. Stanton says even if you don't think raging out is your thing, you may be surprised by how much fun you have.
Some people will come in and they're like, oh, I'm not an angry person. I don't think I need to smash anything. And then they start breaking things and they're like, okay, I get it.
Appointments can be made on the Rage Room's website, therageroom.square.site, and the link for that can be found on all of the business's social medias.
And anywhere that I'm posting, I always post the link to be able to book appointments.
In Winslow, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
I guess part of the catharsis is then sweeping up all the wreckage.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness! But how awesome is
Right.
that? You know, it's crazy to think. I've heard about these in the past.
Yeah, me too.
But just to hear that this is the first ever in Maine, hoping that it will attract visitors from all over the state, maybe even out of state, because that looks like a darn good time.
Yeah, it does, and everybody has a day. Everybody has a point where they're just like, I've had it up to here.
Right.
I mean, at least that's a healthy, contained way of just, all right, releasing a little
Seriously.
steam.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you
Yeah.
don't have anything really pent up, but like if someone asked me to right now,
You just feel like launching something.
yeah, you want to go smash some stuff? That sounds great. Oh my gosh. Here's hoping that
Peter
they
and I
have-
will be having a conversation.
Yeah,
after
right?
the newscast.
Yeah, we should do a live newscast from there.
Oh boy. All right, that feels like a
Just a
challenge.
thought.
It's on. All right, that's going to do it for us, folks. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.